At least 8 people have been declared dead and several injured in an accident which occurred in Lum, littoral region of the country. Over 35 deaths and 1,242 cases of the cholera epidemic have been registered in 4 regions of the country. And out of the country, the government of Zimbabwe have suspended over 90% of its teachers for 3 months. This and many more will make up today's edition of the English Newscast. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks for joining us on the 5:30 p.m. newscast over LTM TV. We are broadcasting live from our headquarters in the economic capital of Cameroon, Douala. We begin this newscast with a sad incident which occurred in Lum, where at least 8 people have been declared dead and several injured as a result of an accident where a 70-seat bus collided with a 30-seat bus. Mabia Grace tells us more.
Despite all road safety measures put in place by the forces of law and order, the number of road accidents and deaths continues to climb. Notably, 3 traffic accidents have occurred in Ombessa, Lum and Yaoundé on February 8, 11th and 15 respectively, claiming the lives of at least 13 people. The most recent is an accident which occurred in the locality of Lum of the littoral region of Cameroon, taking the lives of at least 8 people. According to survivors, a 70-seater bus collided with a 30-seater bus due to excessive speed from both drivers, leading to the death of these people and several others seriously injured. I don't know what happened. The driver was on speed. At a certain point, passengers even jumped and hit their heads on top of the car. I asked the driver how many people did they ask from him, as if it was a joke. This is what happened next. So far, the deceased have been kept in the municipal morgue of Lum and the seriously injured admitted in Lum hospitals and its surrounding. However, the divisional officer and the forces of law and order went to where this ghastly accident occurred and opened up investigations to the circumstances which led to the accident.
Over 35 deaths and 1,242 cases of the cholera epidemic have been registered in 4 different regions of the country. Health authorities have mobilized and have put out hygiene and sanitation measures for the prevention of this disease. More of this in the following report. The Ministry of Public Health, Dr. Manauda Malashi, has already counted 35 deaths and 1,242 cases of the cholera epidemic in 4 regions out of 10 regions, that is, in the Southwest region, Littoral region, South region and Far North region of the country. These include Bakassi, Limbe, Bonge, Kribi, Fotokol and Melong, amongst others. However, this signifies that the epidemic is progressing compared to the last figures communicated few days ago by the Minister of Public Health in a statement on February 9th, where Dr. Manauda Malashi listed at least 1,102 cases and 33 deaths. A resurgence reported after the first report at the end of January in Limbe, Southwest region of the country. Meanwhile, health authorities have remained mobilized in managing the situation. They indicate that the surveillance system is on alert and drinking water kits available to affected communities. Targeted vaccination campaigns have been programmed from February 18. Meantime, the Ministry of Health recalls the contagious nature of cholera and calls on people to be more vigilant and to observe hygiene rules such as washing of hands with soap and running water, cooking food to perfection. It should be noted that cholera is resurgent in Cameroon. In November 2021, the epidemic reached 5 regions, causing the death of 13 people in Yaoundé, Central region, and Ekondo Titi, Southwest region of the country. Over 150 classrooms have been constructed in the Far North regions in schools which were attacked by the Boko Haram attack, and
This was an initiative of the Génie Militaire to assist the educational milieu in the Far North region. Mwanze Elizabeth for the details.
The 150 classrooms gifted to the schools and population of the Mayo Sanaga division in the Far North region of the country are equipped with benches and toilets. Flagpoles as well as boreholes were also constructed alongside the classrooms. The delegation to unveil the classrooms included the representatives of the Ministry of Basic Education, the Ministry of Public Works, the Ministry of Water and Energy, and the Génie Militaire.
We are very happy with collaboration by Génie Militaire. They are there, they assure security. We are very happy you see that what they don't. The good building, we are very happy and we wait for their collaboration for the next project. 5
primary schools have benefited from this gesture. The teachers of the various primary schools have expressed their gratitude and have promised to do their best for their pupils.
Les salles de classe que nous avons reçues.
About the classrooms we have received, we express our gratitude to all the parties who made this come true. The classrooms are beautiful and we are satisfied with the classrooms.
Donc nous sommes vraiment satisfaits de cela.
The regional delegate of basic education for the Far North region of the country expressed the difficulties they faced during the construction of the classrooms.
We have to visit or to construct this classroom. The first one is l'accessibility. It's too difficult to go there, too difficult. But they have determination to work there, and to have the finally classroom. The second difficulty is the problem of insecurity. We are very happy they have their elements who can assure security. It's better like this.
It should be noted that the Far North region of the country for the past years have witnessed attacks from the terrorist group Boko Haram. Schools and many others were not exempted from their attacks.
The population in the city of Douala have experienced an increase in the prices of basic foodstuffs and commodities. This increase can, however, be attributed to the sociopolitical crisis plaguing the Anglophone regions of the country and the Boko Haram in the Far North region, where some foodstuffs are being grown. Details in the following report.
The population in the city of Douala, littoral region of the country, have experienced an increase in the prices of basic commodities and foodstuffs after hosting the African Cup of Nations Total Energies 2021, and as such has affected the daily rationing in homes. According to retailers, the prices of foodstuffs like Irish potatoes, tomatoes, onions, eggs, plantains, amongst others, are now very expensive in the market than before.
Well, Papa, pom dear na lamp. Pom dear, you know, be like before. Before pom dear cheap, but now pom dear too much for market. Crayfish now 150, 150 for back. Oil, you don't climb. All things don't climb. Onions don't climb.
However, some traders have attributed the increase in prices to the Anglophone crisis and the Boko Haram incursion, which is plaguing the northwest, southwest and Far North regions of the country, where some foodstuffs are grown.
Country no there as the day before again. All thing now for market is still there. Even pima, all thing. As country no balance, so it affects everything.
It is hoped that the prices of these commodities are regulated to ensure a proper rationing in homes.
The population of Moyam village have suffered poor roads due to where their farm to market roads have been destroyed by a bridge which was broken. This is seen at a time when agriculture is the main source of living in this region. More of this with Mabia Grace Dizele.
In the Moyan village of the littoral region, the problem of road accessibility is a major concern. To this effect, inhabitants of this locality find it difficult transporting farm products such as plantain, cocoyam and several others out of the village, and having buyers to purchase these products from Bagante and Douala is also very difficult. This issue of road problems in the Kam division also accounts for the separation of 4 villages such as Moya, Bekwa, Mbiam and Tongo since August 2020, when a bridge was destroyed by water. Aside from road crisis, health facilities were also lacking in the village, which forced pregnant women to travel to neighboring villages in order to have their babies. For this reason, the chief of the Moya village listed the difficulties faced by the population and calls on elites to take advantage of the awareness. So far, elites of the locality have renovated the integrated health center, but at the moment, this issue of road still stands as a major concern.
Preparations of the 27th edition of the Mount Cameroon Race of Hope are currently going on in Boya, southwest region of the country. This is a national competition which brings athletes together from different parts of the country. Mabia Grace tells us more.
Conscious of the task ahead, preparations are intensifying at the Southwest Regional Athletic League for the Mount Cameroon Race of Hope. The information of the competition, which is contained in the 2021/2022 athletic calendar, will take place on February 19th in Boya and expects a total of about 500 athletes for the 27th edition. According to the Secretary General of the league, everything have been put in place and about 50 runners for Northwest and West are already present in Boya to adjust for the mountain race. Subsequently, the next few days to the competition are devoted to COVID screening of the athletes, the deployment of the race caravan, the tug of war reserved only for women before the 4,095-meter mountain race on February 19. However, the competition, which is organized by the Ministry of Sport and Physical Education and the Cameroon Athletic Federation, has for several years proven to be one of the most prestigious mountain races in Africa. It is worth bearing in mind that the competition, which brings together runners in the 26th edition of 2021, Ali Mohamadu took the first position for men, and for the women, Kitan Midred Tumenku took the first position.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be taking you out of the country where the government of Zimbabwe have suspended 90% of its teachers. Courtesy African News.
Finding a school open is now a lottery in Zimbabwe. After a strike by teachers entered the new week, the Education Ministry suspended the strikers on Thursday. With approximately 90% of teachers in public schools suspended, some were abandoned altogether by pupils and teachers, when in other parts of the country, happy few could go on with their curriculum. Since schools opened for the first term of the new year, many teachers did not report for work. They said they could no longer afford the commute from their home to the classroom. Teachers in the southern African country earn on average $100 a month. If talks were held during which Zimbabwean authorities made offers, they did not meet all of the strikers' demands. Since their suspension, teachers accused the government of forcing them to return to work, and many unions vowed to fight the suspension in court.
Nigerian drivers have continued to face a shortage in fuel. Courtesy African News.
A week after the first reports of adulterated fuel, Nigeria's national oil company and NPC is still trying to remove the contaminated product from petrol stations across the country. The company accused 4 traders of importing a large quantity of adulterated fuel that several motorists blame for damaging their vehicles. The shortage of fuel has created chaos in Nigeria's main cities, Abuja and Lagos, with queues of cars outside petrol stations stretching for hundreds of meters. The lack of fuel has also led to an increase in the price of public transport in several cities. Nigeria is Africa's largest oil producer, but despite all the oil it extracts, most of the fuel used has to be imported. The country's 4 oil refineries are either not operating or operating below capacity.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we draw the curtains of today's edition of the English Newscast. Join Irene Gladys Nuno at exactly 7:45 for the news in the French language, and until then, remain tuned to our numerous programs. See you tomorrow. Good night.